Mitchtram here. Today I'm making Carne Desmechada on the barbecue pit. Smoked flank steak, finished in a simple Hogao sauce. Shout out to my good friend Ted for the inspiration of this recipe. I'm using about 2 pounds of flank steak. It's lean, it's full of flavor, and when you cook it low and slow, it shreds cleanly. The key is letting time do the work, not trying to force it. Using a simple seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with that. I'm also going to hit it with a little bit of coarse ground black pepper. We have a clean fire, thin blue smoke, and steady heat. That's what gives you flavor without bitterness. If the smoke's right, you're already winning. All right, let's put this guy on. It's going on low and slow, just trying to keep it at around 250. All right, let's take a look. Now, we're trying to get a little color on this, get some smoke on it. Think of this more like how you might do 221 ribs or 321 ribs. We're not getting a bark on it because we've only had it on here a couple of hours. We're just really infusing that smoke into it before we wrap it. It looks pretty good. Let's pull it off. All right, now that we have some color and smoke on it, we're gonna finish this wrapped up so it kind of breaks down. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the foil. I'm gonna add about a cup of beef stock so it can braise properly, and then we'll get it back out on the pit. All right, it's wrapped up. Let's get it back on the pit and let it braise for a couple of hours. All right, let's shred it. All right, we're building our Hogao sauce now. We're starting out with a couple tablespoons of butter in the pan. You could use a couple tablespoons of oil if you'd rather, olive oil, avocado oil, something like that. Butter is nice and hot. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dump our tomatoes in. And then we're gonna dump our onion in. And our pepper. And we're just gonna kind of saute this down. So this will take a bit of time here. And you can go ahead and add those seasonings in if you want. I'll go ahead and do that. I have all my seasonings mixed together in just this bowl to make it real easy. And then we're just gonna stir this around. We're gonna let it reduce. And essentially what we're doing, we're just softening all this stuff up. We're not really browning it, we're just softening it up. So it takes some time. So after about 10 minutes, you can see it's really kind of just softened up and it's all coming together. So at this point, you wanna really kind of let it meld together. So you're gonna lower the heat, you're just gonna let it thicken up a little bit. And after that, we'll add the meat in, and then we're gonna add a little bit of beef stock and a little bit of tomato paste. All right, it's all thickened up. It's time to put the shredded meat in. So here we go. Look how good that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump that in. And then we're gonna mix it all up. Now we're gonna put our final ingredients in here. We're gonna put a little garlic in here, a little tomato paste. Tomato paste is really just here to add a little bit more depth to it. And then we're gonna put in about a cup of beef stock as well. And now we're gonna get it all combined. Now I'm just gonna simmer this just a little bit, just enough time for it all really to meld together. All right, it's ready. All the flavors have melded together and it is ready to go. We'll be back in just a second with a plate so you can see the final product. There it is, folks. Carne Desmechada, made with smoked flank steak and a Hogao sauce.